Hello everybody and welcome to another one-off live stream. As noted, for those of you that are in my Discord, which I highly recommend that you join if you want to know what's going on with the channel. I was busy this week with a lot of interviews, and so as a result, I have not really had the time to sit down and do a proper test run of Crusader Kings 3 for the new series. As far as I know, I should be free to start doing that next week. As far as I know, I'll have the time. Don't have anything else going on. So, barring something suddenly coming up, next week will probably be the start of this Crusader Kings 3 series that has sort of been talked about for a little while now. Before we begin, also, I do want to go ahead and note that this is not a game that I purchased. This is a game that I was sent a key for, I believe it was sometime in 2021. I don't think it was in 2020. I'm pretty sure it was in 2021. I think it might have been early 2021. And I just never got around to doing a video or a series for it. I would guess I probably got busy dealing with, either real life stuff or starting up a new series or something around that time and just sort of forgot about the game. As you can tell by the main menu here, they do have a second game that is currently being worked on. It is, in fact, actually in Steam Early Access, if I recall correctly. But this is the first game. I do not have a key for the second game. I will probably end up picking it up, though, at some point in the future. Just because I have what I've played of this first game have generally enjoyed. And I imagine the second game will probably improve on some of the minor quirks of this game. So let's go ahead and get started, though. Annoyingly, this game does not properly support borderless windowed. It's sort of like a fake borderless window, it feels like, because if I switch windows in game, the camera will still pan even if I don't have the game selected as my primary source, or as my active window rather. So yeah, that's a thing. We're actually going to lower the difficulty down. I have not actually successfully completed a campaign of this, I do want to note. But I also haven't really played that long. I've only got like 4 hours total, so yeah, I've not really put a whole shit ton of time into the game. And you know what, we're actually going to go ahead and do a Birth of the Empire. We're gonna start basically from the very beginning. We're gonna do a normal size map, 500 systems. Yeah, that's okay with me. And a young empire. Otherwise, it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense for it to be Birth of the Empire. And then we have, I think because of the fact that I lowered the difficulty, we have one extra genetic point. Yeah, switching down to the slightly lower normal difficulty. Because for some reason, it looks like all these difficulties have two versions of them, which is a bit of a weird thing to do, but whatever. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and choose Sociologists. So we get all of the level 1 through 3 Sociology research at game start. We're going to be a tax collector for that plus 5% taxes, which is always nice. Let's see. So that we are going to choose Researcher so we can get research done a little bit faster. And dealing with all these damn Emperor was poisoned events that I've had to deal with in a test game I was doing earlier today, we're going to go ahead and do, and we're immune to reduce the effect. Rather than it being a 20 turns of stability drop, it's going to be only a 10 turns of stability drop. And we can choose a sort of ethnic group for naming people. Let's do mixed. They have 0 effect on actual gameplay. You know what, let's go ahead and have extra natives. And rest of that, I think we can just sort of leave be. Let's go ahead and clone a new emperor. Okay, so this is a turn-based sort of 4X, but not in the sense of many other 4X games. Most 4X games, you tend to have to micromanage things, with maybe an option for automation. Here, however, the game is largely automated. the only things that you really have to take direct control over is actually fleet movements. If you want, you can automate this, and I generally do actually automate this. I mostly, you know, play this as a almost hands-off-esque emperor in a sense. So we're gonna go ahead and start automating these guys. So where are yellow? Yellow are to the north, so they're gonna be my northern defensive squadron. Green is... where the hell's green? Do we not have any ships in green? No, we supposedly do. No, we don't. Okay, yeah, no, we actually don't. Okay, orange can be the Southern Defense Squadron. Purple can be the Western Defense Squadron, and you can be the Eastern. But again, we don't technically have anybody in green, evidently. Fleet 2 can be an offensive fleet. Fleet 1, which is technically the Imperial Armada, is going to stay under manual control, but I realistically probably won't actually be manually controlling them. And yeah, actually green technically does not exist right now, but they will eventually. And then we have the Terra Honor Guard. Let's go ahead and set up our research. Biochemistry is going to be our primary because I want brain transfer to get done ASAP. And then construction, let's get ourselves some new holes. Always nice to have. And I guess get the theory of energy because we don't actually have it. Electronics, get some basic scanners. Sociology, which since we chose the sociologist, we already start off with all the level 1, 2, and 3 techs. And I think we're going to go ahead and get the youth military training first. And I could queue stuff up, but I generally don't. I often sort of only choose one thing at a time there. Finances, we're not going to touch that right now. I am, however, actually going to go ahead and I think adjust the edicts. Tell our schools to focus on education rather than loyalty. That way we get plus 3% research points per turn. And let's check our reports. So Fleet 1 has 17 escort ships that have been queued up to be built, and then hail the new Emperor. You are the newly cloned Emperor, engineered by the Council of Royal Genetics out of the best genes of the Terran race. You are destined to build and rule a strong empire. Well, hopefully. So since we're starting off with a birth of the Empire, we don't have a whole lot of planets, and most of the galaxy is actually... Well, I was going to say is mostly uncolonized, but the aliens seem to control a decent chunk of land here at the game's start, which is interesting. So, if we look at our industry, we need to improve our agriculture and gas refineries because we don't have a whole lot of that. We're technically under 100% coverage, which does have a penalty to happiness on planets, which has a further penalty to loyalty. And some of the victory conditions require having an average planet loyalty of 70%, and then of 90%. And to win the game, you need to have 10 of these achievements done, and then hold that for 15 turns. So let's go ahead and look around for nice places to colonize, particularly anything that produces gas and food. Well, Cordon here produces gas, and we're actually going to make sure we set them to being a gas refining planet. The game seems to want to have set them for agriculture, which is not their best stat. We don't actually have the money for colonizing there right now. Morale change. The base morale of the Imperial Army changed to 97%. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, that research got finished quick. In fact, actually, it looks like all the research finished. Let's get industrial plans. Yeah, actually, the game finished all the research right away. Yeah. Shields sounds nice. Electronics. Plus 5% research per turn. Yes, always important to research faster. Fertilizer for 50% extra farm output. And sure, we'll get the alien flu. And we have an audience. So tip of the day, I will actually turn this off. So let's go ahead into options real quick and turn that off because I don't really care for it. Gameplay. Disable tip of the day because I don't want it. Let's see, so storyline. My liege. We found a disturbing data pod in our Imperial archives. It's an ancient text that says our galaxy is invaded once every 10,000 turns by some unknown aliens. Those brutes, as the text claims, don't desire to conquer us, but to eradicate from the existence all of us, all sentient beings. We made initial calculations and it adds up. I urge you, my liege, to pursue this matter further. Sure. We'll spend 1,000 credits. Regress that. Storyline: conspiracy to overthrow the Emperor. We have found something suspicious in the royal cloning tanks. The Council of Royal Genetics seems to be unaware. Investigate on our own. Okay, caught an assassin attempting to kill us. And what faction do we want to support in our court? Well, technically I need to readjust these guys because they're not in the best order. But that has to wait because you only get political points after each audience. But currently, who technically holds the reins? It is between the warlords and the the gene technologists. Suppose we'll support the warlords. We got a good event. Dissident organization detected. Our agents from the Brave Internal Affairs Department found out a dissidence organization. Those shady persons make talk that might undermine the Empire itself. What should we do with them? Arrest, find them. I think it actually has its source in the court. Oh, interesting. Do we actually have many courtiers with less than 2 loyalty? We got 2 guys? But yeah, no, shouldn't you focus on uncovering some conspiracy or something? The rebels aren't really a threat right now, so, well, yeah, we can ignore that for right now. And I'm proud of the Terran race. Do a review of our governors. Diplomatic focus. Okay, who do we want to focus on diplomatically? We have the Shah monarchy to the north with 69 planets. Off to our east, we have the Vix Collective with 67. And to the northeast, we have the Thale Republic. So, okay, it actually looks like all the minor factions are to the south-ish, which actually is good for us, because we can actually conquer them with relative ease. But okay, and apparently I guess we technically haven't engaged with them. So we have 0 threat with any of them. Okay. I guess I'll just take the prestige for now. And you make me choose something, so... The ones we border closest would be the Shah monarchy. And then let's get ourselves a nuke and a chemical. This guy is trying to give us a contract, or was rather trying to get a contract for a mobile fleet workshop. 30% chance to decrease repairs. No thanks. Don't exactly have the money either right now. Thank you for telling me about this. Average officer competency is 7.66 repeating. Average officer loyalty is 5.375. That's not that great. Let's go ahead and improve your loyalty. I mean, you're pretty good. I don't need a political officer for you right now, so we're not going to do that. Fleet 1 continues to expand. Let's, there we go, we got the money. Let's go ahead and get Akado started to be colonized. Biochemistry finished its research. Let's go ahead and make our ships stronger. That's too far away to colonize, and that's obviously owned by somebody, so we don't want that. There we go. Cordon has been colonized, and it actually has 21 million natives on it, giving us a plus 10% of farm and mine output. Oh, is that game? Is that why you were wanting to set them to food? Yeah, I don't. That's a little bit more important to me, game. It really is. Annabelle also has food, but I don't actually need more food. I need more gas. So let's go ahead and colonize Nithia. Oh, and the parasites have woken up, and they are... Okay, there's a number of people between me and them, so they're not a threat. Parasites have woken up from their hibernation, and they are hungry. They are a cyclic race. Most of the time they hibernate on their home planet, but once in a while they wake up and go on a breeding spree, infesting nearby planets, then go back to their nest. And then there's just a couple more planets found. Or, well, rather surveyed. That's more food. Let's go ahead and set gas refining to very high, because we need more gas refineries, guys. Also, colonize that planet. I need more mines as well. Okay, there we go. Green is now officially going to exist. Well, the Green Fleet, rather. Oh, also, I forgot. Let's go to the court. I need to reorganize these guys. You are not particularly competent at your job. Promote you. Promote you. You're actually much better at your job. Now, sadly, that is actually screwing with stability, because the gene technologists seem to be the competent people right now, but I need to technically aim for a roughly even spread of power in the court. Otherwise, it will hurt our stability, so I think we're going to have to get rid of some of these gene technologists. So you're not competent. You're at the very bottom of the totem pole here in foreign affairs, so we're going to sack you, get somebody else to come in. Hopefully they're of a different faction. Preferably either the Cancelist faction or the Economist faction, because those are currently our two lowest. Morale went up. Wonderful. Some more exploration. And yes, okay, they are. And they're actually pretty competent as well. We're going to move them up to the very top. I don't have enough to actually get rid of anybody right now, so we're just going to have to... Well, actually, no. Cancel. Reset all that. Move her to the top. And banish Henry. Nithia has been colonized. Wonderful. And this does actually give us a border now with the Shah monarchy. And they have a decent-sized fleet here, which is not something I like. Also, lower the agriculture. We don't need as much anymore. That has ancient ruins, and I really want those, because those can help us with research. how is our research actually going? You look like you only have about 2 more turns left. And pirates. We'll go in and observe some of these. So this is just sort of a simple, you know, you can look at them go through the phases, but you can't actually, like, control anything here when it comes to the fighting. So I don't generally bother watching. Let's see, that is not a great planet. Oh, that is actually a fairly nice planet. Let's go ahead and colonize Annabelle. And actually, I should colonize Uter as well. I'm curious why Fleet 2 is not, you know, spread out a little bit more. They're all hanging out around the same planet. And it's time for an audience, as well as some research finish. Let's go ahead and set that stuff up first. Yes, plus 20 electricity is nice, because that is something that is hurting us right now. Improve our planetary defenses, and audience time. Storyline. Our archivist did more digging, and I'm afraid there is enough evidence to take this unknown alien thing seriously. It might be true, my liege. I see. Pursue the matter better than... Or, rather, pursue the matter then and keep me informed. Grave news, my liege. We have investigated the royal cloning tanks, and indeed someone used those illegally. We suspect a clone was made using your genetic makeup with an intent to replace you. Okay, interrogate the technicians. Speech to the court, my liege. The court awaits your speech. Let's choose a topic and inspire them. Well, do we have any serious corruption issues? Kind of. Let's see if we can lower corruption. We have heard that the military personnel is taking a bit too much about... or is talking a bit too much about politics, and generally how the Empire should be run. It should not be this way, my liege. It should not. Okay, the demand that they stop. Although that has a chance of lowering loyalty. But it's better than straight up giving the rebels some more power. Due to a long tongue of one of our ambassadors, we are forced to make it clear what we think about other humanoid races. Well, I don't have the money for that, so we're not doing that. I guess I'll just take the prestige penalty and the rebel readiness. Study the artifact. Thank you very much. And let's try to improve relations with you. And our seasonal review of governors. Well, let's actually check the summary of governors. We have a couple guys that have pretty high corruption. Well, I say a couple, it's one guy. Generally fairly competent. And generally fairly loyal-ish. Remove anybody who is corrupt and not particularly loyal. Seasonal review of officers. We got a few that aren't super loyal. Let's just get rid of anybody who's very disloyal. And then Admiral decided to come visit us. Thanks for the visit. I'm pleased with your performance. You haven't done anything, which is why I'm pleased with your performance, because you haven't had to do anything yet. That's how it works, right? When you don't have to do anything, it's good. This is not a great planet to colonize. Okay, that finished off biochem. Yes, let's improve the population of cities. That we have more people to tax. There we go, colonization finished. And let's immediately colonize that. And that. What are you researching? Oh, that has... Okay, that requires 800. Yeah, that's going to take you a while. Does that give me... Well, anybody researching anything that gives me extra... research? No? Okay. Energy, let's set you to our secondary. Get that done a little bit faster. Also, I forgot. We did that audience, now we can get rid of some people here. Let's see, Jaden, you're not exactly loyal. Although you are fairly competent, so I'm willing to let you keep your position right now. You're also not super corrupt, so I don't need to immediately get rid of you. Although admittedly you do seem to be the weakest. Oh, here we go. Shinjo here is very corrupt. Let's go ahead and sack him. And hopefully get somebody who's better. Yes. Ella's gonna go ahead and take his spot. You're not exactly competent. Although annoyingly now the traditionalist faction has sort of taken over as the big one, though the stability has improved. It was at -3 previously. It's a little hard to sort of balance the books here. I suppose I can live with a -1 to stability. It doesn't hurt us as much. Oh, that planet has a lot of food. Hell yeah, we're colonizing that. Even if that makes us border the VIX collective, who are a major power and will love to absolutely murder us if given the opportunity. Yeah, sometimes you have to colonize planets just so you can go and get to something better. It is something you will sometimes have to deal with. Or sometimes just to take hold of like a bottleneck. Sonalora here is a decent planet, if only because it will establish a bottleneck with the Shia monarchy, or excuse me, the Shah monarchy. But sadly, it requires me to colonize basically at least 2 planets that are not particularly good planets. But I think that's something we're going to have to just sort of do. We're going to have to put up with it. But do we have any coperium? We don't. Well, Iliad here is not a particularly great planet, but it does have access to a rare resource. To which, if we have just one of these, it improves our factory output by 5%. And parasites have gone back to hibernating. Wonderful. Yeah, question is... Do I go for the planet that has only one? Well, no, you have a higher development level. Yeah, we're going to go for you. And also, I'm going to actually set you to a services, because that gives us money. Realistically, I should probably actually sort of look through all of our planets. So let's go ahead and take a quick look around the Empire, see if there's any changes I need to make to specializations. Because we might... You don't have one. Set you to services. If you don't have a specialization, you're generally going to go services, I think. You technically produce food, but I don't need the extra little bit of food you make, so go services. I want that as a gas refinery. Thank you very much, game. Okay. I think that's everybody, actually. That is a really nice planet as well for more gas, which technically we need, so let's go ahead and take it. Fuck, pirates. And some of them are in areas where we don't actually have any ships yet. So pirates are going to go ahead and start trying to take over Iliad and Geish, which is annoying. And they're going to manage to take those relatively quickly. Although I don't think they occupy planets. I don't recall. No, they do. Okay. We're going to have to go ahead and issue a an attack order for that. Shipyard, Admiral reporting. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Auto-resolve that. Issue an attack order for that as well. And then have an audience. Okay, let's go ahead and check this. An assassin. Caught. Wonderful. Which faction do we support? Let's say we support the economists. Corrupt governor on trial. My liege, we discovered that several governors were transferring planetary funds to their personal pockets. How should we treat them? Now, replace anybody with high corruption. Exactly how many governors would that be getting replaced? Oh, that would be quite a few. Even if we do just the 8. Yeah, let's just get rid of anybody with 8 or more corruption. We found some leaders. Let's go ahead and hurt the rebels, and... one of our ambassadors made a great impression during a banquet in the Shah monarchy. Let's use this opportunity to attempt to get a truce going. And then let's get a Imperial University. And I'm pleased with your performance, buddy. No, that's my planet, buddy. You're not allowed to have that. Okay, I need to research one of these level 3 techs so that I can get learning drugs researched. You know what, let's get more loyal officers. At least for all the new ones. And then I want you to research learning drugs. Okay, the VIX Collective have decided that they want to start getting on my nerves. I need to make that a high priority. Because I don't think anybody's actually responding to it. Okay, and Era 2 has started. Aliens' power increased, claims the planet strengthened, contracts expired, subsidies expired, happiness recalculated, prestige from planets gives us 4.75, prestige from population 1.19. Let's go ahead and recapture that. Damn it, they beat me to it. I was distracted dealing with those pirates. Well, technically speaking, I have a truce unless they already broke it. Nope, we still have the truce. So I don't have to worry about the Shah monarchy right now. Kind of want to take it a little bit to the VIX Collective because, you know, they've attacked me twice now. Oh, that is a nice planet. Yeah, okay, we're definitely going to be attacking them in a moment. I just need to wait until this order is completed. Oh, they beat me over, Geish. God damn it. Oh, did they leave? Oh, they left. Okay, sure game. Whatever. I mean, I'm fine with that. Wait, what was that event? Oh, our morale went up. Okay, let's go ahead and colonize this. It's not a particularly great planet, but we need it. That'll also allow us to not need both of these fleets here. The one in Annabelle and the one in Sokra. Let's see. Where is a good place to attack them? Because they have decent-sized fleets. Where's their capital? Way down there to the south, okay. Well, S here is actually a really nice planet with 5 minerals and 5 gas. Is it particularly important to them? Probably not. But I want it. Because it is useful to them. It's just probably not necessary for their survival. And pirates again. And they won over Geish because, again, we don't have a fleet there. You know, at least not a good fleet. Okay, and Fleet 2 is responding to that. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set you to automated as well. You go ahead and join in as an offensive fleet. That is such a nice planet. But I really don't want to border the Hive any more than I have to. Because these guys are a bit of a pain to deal with. You have 0 interactions with them. They are considered primitive. But yeah, they can really screw up. They can really hurt you a lot. In fact, they have significantly more tonnage than we do. Which isn't surprising. They have a pretty large portion of the galaxy under their control. Okay, that's a really nice planet. Let's take that for the extra food. Although that does have us bordering the hive. That also has a lot of food. Let's take that as well. That is gas, which is helpful. Okay, yep, they took over Geish. Let's go ahead and set that as a priority target. Although we're going to be taking S off of them. And we have an audience. We got an offer from a famous explorer, Van Picard, to help us find out about those ancient aliens. It's a bit pricey, so maybe we should announce to all citizens that we seek help in this matter. It is pricey. I'll spend the money, though. Let's increase the palace guard. My liege, emergency. Our sophisticated medical scanners detected a suspicious substance in your blood. You were poisoned by some unknown treacherous persona or organization. Although the immunity drug we feed you every day protects you from imminent death, we must immediately put you into a cryo chamber for several turns to cure you properly. Unfortunately, you won't be able to oversee the Empire properly during this time, so a stability penalty is unavoidable. Let's go ahead and fire all courtiers that have less than 4 loyalty. And you caught an assassin as well, but apparently not the guy who attempted to poison me. Corruption is again still sort of up there. Let's try and lower that. The governors. Just fire all governors with more than 8 corruption? Do we really have? Yes, we do. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Okay, fine. I'll spend the money to have you replace your computers, because apparently they failed. And let's plant a virus in the VIX Collective's defensive installation system. And let's do a review of all of our officers. Let's improve relations with the Shah monarchy, and let's do a plus damage to the VIX Collective. No, I don't need that. You don't need a political officer. You have a high loyalty. Yeah, for some reason you still have a political officer. Let's get rid of him. God damn it, game. Why the hell are you spacing out the fleets? Okay, I'm gonna change your guys' orders to just focus on the east. Stop moving around wherever the hell you damn well please. Because it really is annoying that you guys keep moving back. What was that research that we finished? Oh, the loyalty checks. Wonderful. pirates. Oh, energy finished. Wonderful. Let's improve our point defense. Further investigation indicates there are some sort of transdimensional aliens, and somehow they enter our galaxy once per 10,000 turns and cleanse it of all life. Since they visit us previously, it might be prudent to send an expedition to a distant edge of the galaxy to look for evidence or ask other races for assistance. I guess we'll ask the other races. Fine, I'll rest. I'll take the prestige penalty. God, that's expensive. I will... take the prestige hit. Spend the money to fix that properly. Investigate the connection to the rift. Shah monarchy. Let's further improve relations. No thanks on that. Seasonal review of governors. Get rid of incompetent governors. And get rid of incompetent officers. And I am pleased by your performance. I don't know why the second fleet isn't making that move. Is that technically considered in the north? Maybe it is. That might be why. I'm not sure. The game, it does technically border the Empire because we've taken control of Tizila. There we go. Yeah, now you acknowledge it. Okay, second fleet. Fucking move. Jesus, you've been, you know, doing preparations to try and capture that for a while now. It's actually slightly annoying. Oh, actually, I think I know what your issue is. You're trying to get 150%. Let's do 120. Yeah, that was your issue. You were trying to get way too much of a tonnage difference between you and the enemy. Oh, some research finished. What was that? Oh, no, I forgot to queue something up. Something finished last turn, I guess. Oh, shit. Don't need that much gas, game. Let's also improve services. Let's actually put that very high. Because, you know, we can always use a ton more money. Actually, let's go ahead and get the research or the production done a little bit faster. And then we'll backtrack. is a good place to try and bottleneck them? I think the best place is going to be here and then way down to the south. And we got an audience. It's time to find out if the Council of Royal Genetics was involved in all this. Partial investigation. God damn it. Assassin keeps trying to get me. Okay, who's bigger? Warlords or... Warlords are smaller, so I'll take their loyalty hit. Some vice admirals were found outright selling military equipment, most likely to rebels. Unfortunately, those individuals are quite popular among the officers. Let's make it public. The aliens are inferior. This filthy envoy from Shah Monarchy says that they are canceling the truth. Oh. Very well, they should be prepared to be crushed then. And let's get more damage done to the VIX Collective. Don't care to spend that money, don't care to spend that money. I'm pleased with your performance. So long as they don't actually attack me, I don't really care if they cancel the truce, to be honest. Oh, and they're attacking us. Well then. I suppose we're attacking back. So, that's a planet that I was wanting to take command over, or rather take control of. That I just sort of, forgot to actually do because I got distracted dealing with pirates. I'm sorry? Oh. The Thale Republic are also attacking us. Everybody's attacking us. Which, isn't really a surprise. It's sort of how it all works. Wonderful, we should be able to take that over with relative ease. Again, it's not a particularly great planet, but it will do us wonders for, giving us a bottleneck to take care of. Okay, fine game, I'll colonize this. It's not a great planet, but it, you'll get rid of the fleet that's sitting on Geish. If I colonize that. Same with over here, I'll colonize this. It's not a great planet, but the fleet that's currently sitting out at Akado will move here, and then eventually, we'll get down to Eridni? I don't know how the hell that's pronounced. And parasites have woken up. But luckily they are way down here, so they're not an issue for us. It's the Hive and these sort of minor factions that have to deal with them. I have a large fleet here that I want to take out. Also a decent-ish planet as well, so all the more reason to take it. Set that to services because I need money. Set you to gas refining. Also, we can, I think, lower the investment in gas refineries. Because we don't really need all the ones that we're currently getting. I'm actually going to set you to mining. And we got pirates, because of course we got pirates. Ship component, power grid, plus 5% damage to ship and planetary installation weapons. Yes, that's wonderful. There we go. Now the, what are you, the third? No, fourth fleet can actually consolidate some of its forces. A little bit more, because they don't need to have them spread out as they did before. Let's see, where do I want to go and conquer next here against the Vix? It's not a great planet. That's useful because manufacturing, that specialization, factories provide free upkeep for ships. If I take that out, depending upon, you know, how many maintenance points they have, I may actually be able to ruin some of their military. They have an economy of 976, military defensive budget of 9.76. How does that compare to us? I don't know. Because of the way the game works, it doesn't actually say. So I have zero clue. Let's go ahead and I think, oh god, that's expensive. That is real freaking expensive. Where the hell's the... Where are you guys going? Are you guys actually attacking? I think they might be. But first we have an audience. We found out they enter via transdimensional rifts. Our scientists promise they can seal these. Not all of the rifts, but still those within our reach carry on. Then I'm not going to spend the money for that. That is stupid expensive. So order a financial audit of them. Our hardworking personnel of Foreign Affairs Department managed to persuade alien traders to make a deal. What are our demands? In exchange, let us know of any alien technology you encounter. Yes, please, thank you. Treasury Department invented an improved tax collection system. All they need now is your magnificent guidance on how to fine-tune it. Well, let's advance our Imperial projects. Thale Republic, let's get better relations, and I'm not spending the money on your contracts. You're pretty loyal. Let's go ahead and get rid of your political officer. Okay, Marduk are beating the absolute crap out of the Hive, it seems. Okay, we finished off our electronics research. That gives us a new hull. Let's go ahead and get that. And Electro Governor. Biochemistry finished researching the quick repair and quick production, I think it was, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and conquer that. Let's also take a look in here. It's been a little while since we've looked. Oh yes, stability in here is absolute crap right now. Okay, I need to shift people around. You, buddy. You are being moved to the Treasury Department and being promoted to the highest level. Let's see. God, we have way too many of these people. You're moving to foreign affairs. I'm going to move you to internal affairs and then give you a promotion. Whoops. I have way too many of these cancelist faction guys. So we're going to use these last points to get rid of these guys at the bottom that have only a level 3 of competency. And they're both of that same faction. That'll help us out a little bit. Let's pass an edict to improve our office's output. Also, focus the army on invasions. Oh shit. They actually beat us over here. I'm going to take direct command of you guys. Tell you to move there. And then re-automate you. I just needed to take direct control so you would actually, do your jobs. Oh, is that not considered to the east? Apparently it isn't. I think it might be getting considered to the south. Yes, it is actually considered to be south rather than east. That's annoying. And that would explain why they weren't actually doing what I wanted them to do. Get turret 1 for the extra 5% damage. Sociology. Delicious food and Imperial food testers. And pirates. Everybody's favorite thing to deal with. Set that to services. And parasites have gone back into hibernation. Wonderful. Normally there's like no really good singular bottleneck that I can try to take to, you know, deal with this Shah monarchy. So technically food has actually gone down. Let's go ahead and set gas refinery investment to very low. And we have an audience. The investigation of the Council of Royal Genetics is complete. Some of them were found to be traitors. Nevertheless, most of them are innocent, and there is some other organization behind this. Excellent. My liege, the court awaits. Is corruption an issue? Yes, it is. Let's try to lower it. Imperial investigators messed up and broke into a mansion of a governor who seems to be innocent. How do we proceed? Well, presumably the people that are in charge of that would be under the Justice Department, I would expect, and they would be the ones who screwed up, I would think. So, yeah, blame them. They fucked up. Let's study the artifact. Actually, no, investigate the connection to the rifts. Shah monarchy, let's try to improve our relations. I know we're at war technically right now. Yeah, we're gonna do an investigation to the governors. And try to improve relations with the Thale Republic. That way they stop attacking me periodically. And let's also put our points into, or our military focus rather, into the VIX Collective. I kind of want to, I guess we're going to try and finish them off. Oh, and our Imperial project finished. Wonderful. Imperial Post Office for that plus 10% to communications range. Governors, how are you guys? We've got a fair few that aren't exactly competent, but our main issue is a loyalty and corruption issue. Which one is the bigger issue? I'm gonna say corruption's the bigger issue. Remove anybody who is very corrupt. I don't care if they're loyal. I may need to give you a political officer because your loyalty's kind of low, buddy. I really don't like giving people political officers because they're not great at, you know, the whole commanding a fleet thing. but sometimes it's necessary. Okay, let's colonize this area, and we'll set it up for manufacturing. Oh, no research queued. I didn't realize this finished game. I don't think you showed research here last time. Let's get armor 2 and anti-radiation hull. Sure. Wonderful. Let's... Well, actually, no. Attack here. That is not a great planet for anything. And I believe I already have one of those Erd nuts thing. In fact, actually, I have 2 of them. Yeah, our planets are not super loyal right now. I gotta find a way to take care of that. Well, I guess the obvious thing to do would be to just, you know, dump points into agriculture. That way they can't complain about, well, you don't got enough food for everybody. Eventually, we'll have enough food for everybody to eat twice what is considered a normal amount. There we go. The third fleet can focus. Its defense is a tad bit better now. Yeah, try and capture that. That seems like a really nice planet. Okay, who the hell attacked me? Oh, Marduk, you guys screwed up, buddy. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and set up a couple more fleets now, because evidently they are going to be necessary. Excellent, we can now close those rifts they will close on their own periodically. Let's go ahead and advance an Imperial project. Corruption 6 or more is quite a few people. Get rid of them all. Study that. That's actually a rare artifact, so yeah, that's really nice. Let's try to get a truce with the Shah monarchy, so I can, you know, rebuild. Vix Collective. Plant a virus in their defensive installations. Thank you very much. Do we have a lot of incompetent governors? Not really. So, just leave that as is. Let's continue trying to mop up the Vix Collective. Okay, they already have something else to research. Let them do that. Loyalty decreased. And they're attempting to retake stuff that I've taken from them, because of course they are. Can't exactly fault them for that. Close another rift. Wonderful. They've managed to take over Thurnal, so we're going to go ahead and remove you guys from that. And order you guys to all move to Thurnal. We are not letting them capture that, and then resetting you guys back to being automatic. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you guys decided it was perfectly acceptable to make that push now. Damn it. Stop trying to retake your stuff, guys. You've already lost it. Just, you know, be good. And okay, yes, there we go. We got that truce with the Shah monarchy for right now, so I'm actually going to go ahead and set the second fleet to being a southern offensive fleet so that they can hopefully retake this stuff real quick. And then once that's done, we'll reset people. One of the palace maids were found in possession of young poisoner's set. Without a doubt, she was trying to poison you. Okay, I can go ahead and uncover 2 traitors, or just the one. This will decrease the loyalty of all courtiers, but they're all good enough. I also technically need to replace Dong here. He's not exactly... Well, he's good at his job, but he's not loyal. And he's going to be even less loyal soon, so... all the more reason to get rid of him. No... Now our scientists have the ability to open transdimensional rifts if your majesty so desires, but I urge you, my emperor, to carefully consider this option and its consequences. Yeah, how about we don't? Caught an assassin, wonderful. Drunken officers on duty. Some officers were found drunk during their duty. Due to their drunkenness, some military equipment was damaged and needs to be replaced. I mean, it's not that bad. 2,000 credits is not a whole lot. I guess we'll just cover it up. Screw it. Arrest and prosecute the dissident organization. Yeah, you know what? Let's try and get a truce with the Thale as well. Marduk, let's go ahead and get rid of your defensive installations. I'm pleased with your job. You've done a good job, buddy. Biochemistry finished its research. Yes, let's get the taste enhancers to improve food. Okay, so that has another one of those Erd nuts thing, which each one we have after the second is an additional +5 to luxury points, and luxury points improve our happiness, which improves loyalty of planets. That is a really nice planet, actually. 7 minerals? Hell yeah. Also, make that a high priority, guys. Come on. What fleet is it that's doing this? Apparently it's the 8th fleet. How much tonnage did you guys got? I guess 104 tonnage, and that is not sufficient. Let's go ahead and set the second fleet to being under manual control. We're going to tell them to directly go down there and take that for me. Use that for manufacturing. Finish with the turret research. Let's go ahead and get a new hull. And thinking machines is also very useful. How the hell are you guys attacking here? Oh, because you technically still own that. Never mind. Yeah, that's why. go. Yeah. And we have an audience. So storyline, some Imperial scientists proposed a side project in their spare time to analyze frequency of the rift. Their supervisors say they should instead focus on their job. But what do you think, my liege? Proceed with side project, progress the storyline faster, focus on conventional research? Or why don't they invent something useful, like a mechanical palace guard? Yes. I want a mechanical palace guard. No, god damn it, stop wanting to open the dimensional rifts. It's a stupid idea. Damn it. Guys, why do you keep screwing this up? Make it public. Also, the rebels are about to pop up, and there's not much I can really do to stop them. Okay, this is about officers. We have a fair few that aren't exactly super loyal or competent. Let's go ahead and get rid of the most well, actually, no, just get rid of anybody who's disloyal. 5 or less. Okay, set you back to automatic. And also set you back to being the Northern Offensive Fleet. Okay, energy finished with its stuff. Let's go ahead and get the... Do we get the new hull? Or do I go for the better shields? I think I'm going to go for the better shields. And then biochemistry. Let's go ahead and get better thrusters. Well, admittedly, I can sort of skip over these. Yeah, technically I can skip over thrusters too, because the game only ever uses the best component. So let's just go ahead and jump to thrusters 3. And let's conquer this. It has more coperium. Where the hell did they attack? Oh, Nyrus. Holy shit, that's a large fleet. Let's go ahead and fill in some of these gaps in our colonization. Young Overmind spawn. Your scientists determined using sophisticated long-range bioscanners that a new Overmind, the Hive, has been spawned somewhere in the galaxy. Oh god, I need to get rid of some of these idiots. Okay, anybody who has really low competency, and especially if you're part of the current major faction, you're going bye-bye. Okay. That will hopefully help a little bit. Not nearly as much as I would like, though, realistically. But you can only really do so much. Okay, well, let's check the court real quick. And we still don't have anybody of the Warlord faction. A famous detective, Sherlock Helms, spelt in a slightly, different way, found out about our secret investigation and offered to help. He guarantees to uncover some traitors. How many depends on the salary. Unfortunately, he does not want to do it for the glory of the Empire alone. A bit outrageous if you ask me, my liege. Well, you know what? We got a hefty sum of money right now, although admittedly we're going to need a whole lot of it, so I will pay the 8,000 for 2 traders. 25,000 for 3 traders is way too much, especially because I'm going to probably need to bulk up our fleet significantly, because the rebellion's going to be happening soonish. Bomb in the palace, archives destroyed. Some madman planted an explosive in the palace. Some archives were destroyed until the Imperial clerks restore the documents. The Empire will suffer a stability penalty, I'm afraid. Okay, well, do we just go ahead and get rid of all the internal affairs guys? That's quite a few people to get rid of. Most of them are in the top 3 Yeah, we'll just dispose of the entire internal affairs department. I was probably going to get rid of most of them eventually anyway. Do we have bad corruption? Not really. I say not really. It's still technically 6, but, it could be worse. Arrest and prosecute the rebels. Spend the extra funds on the Imperial project that we're working on. Whatever that is, I don't really recall. Give me some of your research. You give me some of your research. And let's do a review of our officers. No. Governors. Because it's always the governors that we have issues with. Always. Nope, not spending money on your shit, buddy. Parasites have woken up again. So they're going to start wreaking havoc across the galaxy. Set you to services, set you to mining. I don't know why you are not making this push. Just frickin' do it, guys. I'm pretty sure you will have no problems taking that planet off of them. Just for whatever reason, you were refusing to... Oh, that's probably because it was considered in the south, wasn't it? It's probably the reason, honestly. Who the hell are you guys? Oh, the Erla are some random minor faction that I apparently just didn't notice existed. Okay, you guys are not where you're supposed to be. So, Second Fleet, come up here. And then this is the 8th Fleet. Well, no, I suppose you guys are cutting it kind of close, but I imagine you probably actually could win that. Oh, research. Biochemistry. Better armor and self-repairing or improving our ground combat. Let's go for improving our ground combat. Also set you guys back to automated. Oh, and I kind of forgot to actually come in here and check out these guys. Okay, they got replaced with garbage people. We are dealing with a pretty significant stability hit of -9 because the game just loves giving us these gene technologist guys for some reason. So it looks like we're going to start promoting people who are not exactly competent, just to try and deal with this to some degree. But I'm going to have to sack people. So banish you from the court. Banish you from the court. You're not great at your job, but you're literally the only warlord that we have. Or the only warlord faction guy that we have. Banish you. And banish you. Actually, no. That's great. Yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, the Overmind got killed. Wonderful. Having that will help us to some extent deal with the VIX. And they seem to be kind of struggling to actually knock out our planetary defenses there. Come on, guys. Somebody take care of that. Another Overmind spawned. Then I have to deal with pirates. And rebellion has begun. We knew this was going to happen at some point. We're going to go ahead and take off the autonomous fleets. You're going to beeline over there. Luckily, it looks like they're spawning all the way off to this side, which is not actually most of our territory, it should be noted. For these first few turns, the rebels will be able to just sort of politically flip planets to their side. But they will eventually be forced to have to conquer them the old-fashioned way. And of course we have an audience where we're trying to deal with rebels. Actually, Fleet 7 and 8 can, I think, stay as they were. And let's deal with this audience. No, stop asking me if you can open the dimensional rifts. I don't want you to. It's not a difficult concept. Support the traditionalists. Well, the rebels are already here, so it really doesn't matter, game. Do we want to get rid of the entire Justice Department, though? No, not really. We'll just say can't be helped. The rebels are slightly more ready, but they're already here, so it makes no difference, like I said. I'll take technology. I'll take technology. Let's get a truce going. I thought we already had one. We do, actually. Oh. No, I'm getting it going again, even though you literally just called me up to say we're canceling it. I want to get rid of the head of foreign affairs? No, because she's basically the only person of her faction that's there, so... We'll spend money to improve relations with you. Give me your satellite network. That actually sounds really nice, the creative budget accounting. But I think I'm going to go for the Galactic Stock Exchange for that extra money. Extra money is always beneficial. Okay, getting rid of governors. Get rid of anybody who is just not loyal. Straight up. I'm pleased with your performance. And yeah, we're gonna lose planets to these rebels early on. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We do want to try and deal with these guys, though, quickly. Parasites are back to hibernating. Wonderful. Oh, of course. Which fleet is this? 8th Fleet. Biochemistry finished its research. Let's improve refinery output. And another audience. Remains of a very old alien vessel have been found. Our scientists agree it must be one of the trans-dimensional alien ships. It possesses an almost impenetrable so-called nexus field. Find a way to counter it. Don't open them. Heal me now. Let's move the Warlord faction. Fix it properly. I'll take the prestige. Thank you very much. Let's get a truce. Let everyone know how great the Empire is. Share your tech. I will also be looking into a way to destroy your ships easier. The sooner I deal with these rebels, the sooner as we can get back to dealing with the Vix. God, that's gonna take you guys forever to get there. Much longer. Looks like 3 more turns, I think that says. It's a little hard to tell. Wonderful. You're back. Let's go ahead. Retake these planets that we lost. Or, well, rather, the Vix managed to retake. And we have an audience. A traveling merchant visited us offering some exotic goods and alien machines for sale. I think some of these can help you survive. Unfortunately, his guild regulations allow him to sell only 1 item per emperor. Interesting. I buy Imperial goods only improves loyalty of governors. Buy a portable trader detector. Okay. Buy a fashionable silk robe for our courtiers. Or buy food testing machines. Buy a food testing machine. We've been getting poisoned quite a bit recently. Oh, look at that. We just got poisoned. Get rid of anybody with low loyalty. And heal me now. Just cover that up for now. Use the extra funds to help with our Imperial project, whatever it was that we were doing. Again, I think it was the stock exchange. The rebels are already here, game, so that makes 0 difference. Deal with your ships better. Biochemistry finished its research. Let's go for explosive mass production. The game's not currently complaining about the rebellion taking too long to be dealt with, although I think we probably only have a few more turns for that, but this last planet of theirs should be dealt with shortly. So we might have 1 or 2 turns of complaining about the rebellion taking too long. Let's go ahead and improve our refineries as well as get extra hit points on our ships. And sociology. Let's get the courier ship system. Okay, rebellion dealt with. And apparently, I guess at 30 turns, they're no longer capable of commissioning new squadrons. Okay. Which one are you guys? Oh, you're blue. Okay. Well, reset you to autonomous, and then send you there, I guess. And then set you back to autonomous as well. Wonderful, and time to retake this shit. Kinda need that bottleneck game. Kind of important. Oh, they're trying to take that. Of course they are. Let's give you guys a couple more squadrons. Build out your fleets. We got the money. Also, let's check our edicts. So that provides no bonuses with the governor for justice. Let's do a magistrate. 2 extra credits per planet, which is presumably going to be a hefty sum. And let's improve our Imperial communication range. We're not doing a whole lot of colonization anymore. So I think couriers. Wait, where are we doing ground combat? Oh, here. Yeah, because they managed to retake that. Of course they did. I still have a truce with you, don't I? Yes, I do. And with you... Okay, yeah, so let's... you know what? I'm gonna shift blue to, an east-south fleet instead of north. And a new era has begun, rather. Let's look at the court. Because, of course, I need to make adjustments, because why wouldn't I need to make adjustments? Okay. That is... There we go. That is okay. We are no longer suffering any stability penalties. It'll actually, I think, take a turn for the game to recognize. I don't think it refreshes automatically. Let's go and set those to be conquered. At some point, the game will decide that the fleet is ready enough to take care of that. Let's go ahead and... Jesus, that is expensive. 2,400 credits per turn to go that far over our budget allocation points. I guess we'll just go for the 10% to research. Leave it. Respect aliens' beliefs. Don't do that. You serve me well, Captain. Do we have bad corruption? It is back up there, of course. Make that public. I'm proud to be of a Terran race, but those rebels bring shame to us. No, new truce. Stop canceling the truce, buddy. You know you want it. Give me a review of our governors. Focus the diplomacy on the Shah monarchy still, and continue to focus our military on the VIX collective. This is for our officers. Do we want to get rid of any? We have a few fairly disloyal, but mostly I want to get rid of the incompetent people. Let's get rid of your political officer, because you don't need them. And corruption goes rampant, because of course the game decides to give me an event like that. Okay, that's set up for food. Wait, research. Biochemistry, let's... Planetary development, yes. Apparently I managed to attempt to push out a little too quickly there. And pirates. Let's see. Our investigation leads us to the Imperial Court. Someone there must be involved for sure. How should we approach this? You're naive, Captain. My courtiers love me. Interrogate suspicious courtiers, interrogate all, or bribe. Let's interrogate suspicious. Stop trying to open that shit, guys. Seriously, just stop. Yes, our military is the most superior in the entire galaxy. No, let's go for the research. God damn it. You guys broke into the wrong mansion again. Apparently this time, though, it's... No, blame the Justice Department. Seriously, guys, quit it. Truce with you guys. Let's share some research. I'm not going to sign up for your subscription package. Governors. We have a lot of very corrupt governors. Get rid of anybody with a corruption 7 or higher. I'm pleased with your... You've done a good job, Admiral. Let's conquer this. The Urla have actually taken a decent amount of land for a minor faction. Oh, here. God damn it, people. I think you guys seem to be finally dealing with it, so I can leave that be. Go ahead and conquer there. Let's see, we have 4 out of 10 conditions met. We have 67 planets. Yeah, we're not going to get the average planet loyalty. That's just not going to happen. Decreases the number of research points needed to research energy tech. That sounds very useful. You know, I kind of want to push out and take over this stuff. And the parasites have woken up. Only downside is that by taking out these minor factions, I am pushing closer and closer to them, although they don't seem to be doing much in the way of expansion. wait, research. Biochemistry. That improves our fighters. Make our armor better. Get some better thrusters. I think we're going to actually backtrack just a little bit and get some of these earlier texts, particularly the ones that give us extra health. Well, actually, no. Screw it. Cancel all those. We're near the end, technically, of, the max level. It only goes up to 12. So let's go ahead and make our fighters better. And then get armor 5, and then we'll just sort of backfill everything. And we got an audience again. I'm gonna go and conquer that, and conquer that, and conquer that. Why not just conquer everything? Find some usable technology. You have like 300 turns until they arrive, so we're not in an immediate rush to get those. Kill me now. Support the warlord faction. Arrest and prosecute. Actually, no. Focus on the conspiracy. Place your accounting computers because you idiots managed to break them. Study that. Let's... Really... I think I might try to make a truce with the VIX. Just to get them off us for a bit. As we mop up the minor factions and then the hive. Nope, not signing up for your subscriptions. This is on the officers. Get rid of anybody who is super incompetent. Which is actually not very many people. Get rid of anybody who is incompetent. Actually, no. Get rid of anybody who's disloyal. And then, well, you're super loyal, so let's get rid of your political officer, because apparently you still have one, because I haven't really paid too much attention to our individual admirals. I don't think we have any of those. No, we don't have any Mazrum shards. So I'm going to take that planet of yours. Hope you guys don't mind. Holy crap. We are way over on our energy coverage. Holy crap. Let's improve our infrastructure. So that our governors can develop planets a little bit faster. Or... no, let's go and get the research. Focus on the research, and then we don't have to ever bother with research again. Let's go ahead and conquer these planets. Loyalty increased. It's been a little while since we've looked here. Do we actually have any fighters on any of our... No. At least not with you guys. Does anybody actually have fighters? No, I don't think they do. We have frigates. That's literally the smallest thing that we actually field, apparently. Okay. Technically, we have fighters, but I guess, you know, none of our fleets are equipped with ships that actually have fighters on board. And parasites are back to hibernating. I think the Talmach are another minor faction. They are, yes. You know, the Hive are fairly massive, but they're very spread out. Let's go ahead and issue conquest orders for their capital. I guess we're going to basically finish off the Marduks, because they don't really have a whole lot left. And we have another audience. Stop asking about opening up the rifts, guys. Seriously. Kill me now. Do we have... Yeah, corruption is getting up there. Let's try to get it down. Let's fund a Xenocultural Institute. Fire any governor with more than 8 corruption. I don't care how loyal they are. They all need to go. Let's make a truce with you. No, I'm not making a truce with you. Let's do the free improved relations issue. I'm pleased with you. You doing a good job, buddy. And something about research. Planetary Development or advanced nuclear reactors for even more energy. I mean, technically I get even more energy no matter what, so let's go for the Planetary Development. Because development affects the output of all industries, as well as some technologies might grant bonuses to planets of certain development levels only. I don't know for certain on that one. I don't think we actually have seen a tech that does that in particular. I think there have been some that are about planets, and then you get some bonus points so long as it's for each level of development. Annoyingly, they've decided to push out. Yeah, I don't exactly have the, I mean, I can invite them to the next assembly and try and ask them for a truce. But I want to retake some stuff first. Let's also, I think, improve our fleets, get you guys up to 4. The Thale want to cancel truce with the Empire. It'll be dealt with during the next audience. I think I'm going to reorganize these guys. You guys are in east, you're on north, south, west. Audience. We got an opportunity to buy a piece of an ancient alien ship. Yes, buy it. Why not? And I will pay for the money. Excuse me. I will pay the money to get the info on the trader. Stop asking about opening those things, guys. I'm not going to let you do it. I want to get rid of the foreign affairs, guys. Yeah, let's get rid of foreign affairs. They're not great. Okay, the Thale have decided they do not wish to continue having our agreement for a truce. Actually, this... Whoops. I'm going to ignore this one because there's only one turn left in this era, and all of these bonuses expire at the end of the era. Although they're not going to attack us because the only area they border us with is Yenthu here, and presumably they're set to the same level of wanting a 150% tonnage difference between them and the any fleet that's defending where they want to attack. And they only have 120 here in Lordell. And the rest of their fleets are probably spread out pretty thin. God, our construction tech is way behind. So we're going to actually set that to our secondary. God, is it way behind. Communication booster. Move you up. Where possible, I like to have the most competent people at the very top, but that doesn't always work out. Such as that. That's one situation where I can't do that. Unless I can sort of rejig things elsewhere. Which I don't think will be possible. No. So just reset all that. Just kind of achievement for research. Which I assume is probably for researching a level 12 tech, isn't it? Yes, reach level 12 in any field of science. Sure, let's backtrack and get those screw it. No, I don't want those thrusters because we're not using them anyway. I have level 3 thrusters, which are better. At least I thought we did. Yeah, we do. Okay, there we go. I'm like, am I misremembering? Get reflective hulls, resistant hulls. We already have armor 5, so skip armor 4 for now. Let's then go for thruster. Then go for thruster 5, then integrated hulls. That'll give our ships a whole lot of health once we finally get all that research done. That'll be a while, though. And we lost a planet. Kind of expected that, though, so we'll take care of that now. The race that controls this planet uses bioships which are vulnerable in local conditions. The race will not launch any offensives from barren or radiated planets. Okay, well that's interesting. So what you're saying is, game, that I should probably force these guys back to any barren or radiated planets that I can find. A little easier said than done, but, you know, it's an option, I suppose, technically. But I need to push them back, so let's go ahead and do that. They also don't really seem to actually have, like, a defense, as far as I can tell. So that makes this pretty easy. Okay, yeah, do I want to push out here? Not right now. We have an audience. So let's take care of that. Stop asking about destabilizing the rifts. You caught an assassin. Wonderful. I refuse to deal with any of that noise. Do we have a lot of corrupt governors? Again, we do, because governors get so corrupt so damn easily. Just get rid of anybody who's 6 or above. And again, review our governors, because we have to review the governors constantly. That's a barren planet, so leave that be. You know what? They can have Duldia for now. I'll retake it later. At least right now they can't launch any attacks from it, apparently, so that'll make my job a little bit easier. Sociology. Let's go for decreasing the cost of capital ships. Research. Construction. Let's get turrets. Further improvement of our turrets. Stop asking people. Internal affairs. No, I don't really want to get rid of you guys. I will take the research. Give me research. Satellite network, thank you. Governors. Most of our governors are in the sort of 3 to 5-ish area in terms of corruption. We've got a handful of incompetent and disloyal. Which is worse for us right now? Technically, average corruption being lower is better. Competency and loyalty you want high. And technically competency is lower right now, so get rid of anybody who is particularly incompetent. Okay, and that's for officers. Honestly, that's not that bad. Get rid of the ones that are most incompetent, I think. Yeah. And I'm pleased with your job, Shinji. Need to retake that. I'm sorry, game. I lost the planet. Oh, so I did. Let's improve our shields, improve our ground forces, and then further improvement to the shields. Let's also improve our defensive fleets. Parasites, wake up. And we have an audience. Well, traveling one of our courtiers brought an alien object that is related to those pesky aliens from another dimension. He is offering it to you, my liege, but there is a slight problem. This courtier is involved in our investigation regarding malversation of funds. Accepting the gift would send a bad signal to our other courtiers. Okay, so accept this. But 50% chance of +1 to corruption for all of our courtiers. Don't accept it, or I can't accept it, but the Treasury Department can acquire it, which is technically better. So we'll spend the money. Stop asking about that, you idiots. God. The game just keeps asking for them to do that, and just no, quit it. Improve the competency of our officers, and in fact, I'll actually spend the money. Oh. Okay, so one has a 5% chance of improving the competency of all officers. The other one is we're going to make you take a test, and if you score a 4 or less, you get fired. Oh, okay. And that cost me money to go that route. Do we have a lot of... Oh, yeah, we got a lot of 4 competency officers. Get rid of them. Let's make a truce with this Shah monarchy so they stay off our backs. Yeah, sure. The Korans will make a truce with you guys. Damn it. We keep losing that. Okay, construction finished. Better battleship or improved health? Let's go for the better battleship. And then planetary development. Let's do that arcology thing. Let's improve our ground combat. Better factories. And then research the best turrets in the game. Okay, we've lost all of our troops here. Oh hey, average loyalty of the planets has actually gone up, surprisingly. Yes, I'll pay for the information. It's not that much. You really need to stop asking. Punish them. Aliens are inferior. Arrest and prosecute. Study the artifact. What type of artifact was it? Oh, it was just a common. And you know what? Vix, I need time to rebuild my defensive fleets, so we are going to make a truce with you guys for the little bit of time it'll exist. Improve our fighters or more population. More population, and don't really have a choice there. And then I guess factory development, city planning, scanner 3, and science supercomputer. What got researched? Thrusters 5, okay. Okay, do I go ahead and finish? Well, technically I wouldn't be finishing them off. They got some other stuff over here. Let's go ahead and finish off the Marduks. I think we'll be finishing that off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep, that'll finish them off. That all shouldn't take very long. What is this about science? Oh, we sealed a rift. Oh, I didn't realize one of these planets had a rift. Oh, you did, okay. And then we got to deal with some pirates. Everybody's favorite, dealing with pirates. Audience. I will take the research. Actually. Well, no, it's 210 turns. Yeah, I'll take the research. You need to stop asking. It's really getting annoying after a while. You've served me well, Captain. Support the warlords. I really don't care about what they're arguing about at this point. Do we have high corruption on governors? Yes, we do. But I think we have another event that will get rid of that. Want it? Let's go through here. Yes. You get rid of all of the corrupt governors. And then you will make them pay a fine. Free research. Praise the ambassador. I'm not getting rid of my head of foreign affairs. Just let everybody know how great the Empire is. I'm going to ignore you. Review governors. Just always review the governors. The governors always need to be reviewed. Don't ask me why. That's just the way it is. Also, is the... Okay, the court is in a slight stability penalty. But a minor promotion for Sophia will take care of that. Okay, that was some planetary development stuff. God, these pirates get annoying after a while. But there's literally nothing you can do to take care of them. The game will just decide to randomly spawn pirates, as far as I can tell. I got nothing cute in biochem. Because there's nothing really for them to research. They have 3 things to backfill, and then they have nothing else that they can do. Let's have them finish that as soon as possible, and then we're gonna switch our primary research focus to something else. Oh, and then there we go. Average planet loyalty has gone back down. Audience, yes, pay for the information. Stop asking about that. Punish them. Improve officers' working conditions, sure. Fix it properly. The Shah have decided that they do not wish to maintain our agreement. Okay, competency. No? Okay. Let's go for an extra budget point to spend, I guess. Get rid of disloyal governors. I don't think we have an issue with officers. Well, we got some disloyals. Let's just get rid of anybody who's less than 5. Or rather is 5 or less. Get the Emperor's Will Hall. Doubles the speed of development level increase for planets that are below max development level. Hell yeah. Science teachers, yes. Okay, that is the Marduk officially dead. Would be the best way to describe it. I don't think there is actually a report for them being destroyed, technically speaking. Oh, these bastards are attacking me now. So, guess it's time to go ahead and take the fight to them. I was content just sort of leaving them be. They weren't doing anything to me for a while there. Audience. Scientists. Do more stuff. Yes, always. You need to stop asking, buddy. I don't care to deal with it. Compensate the unjust. We have a lot of incompetent officers. We do. Get rid of them. Make a new truce with the VIX. I'm not going to actually bother with these guys. Let everybody know how great the Empire is. Okay. So, no truce with you. I've got a truce again with the VIX. That'll keep them off my back for a bit longer. And I think we're just going to go ahead and order basically a mass invasion of the Corians. Basically leaving it up to the game to decide exactly how the invasion goes about, because I don't really care. You guys just, you know, invade shit. In whatever order you want. It makes zero difference to me. Although it does look like the game will be a bit slower to actually launch those invasions, because it looks like it wants to focus its attention elsewhere. Damn pirates. And biochemistry is done. Let's set construction as our primary research focus, and then set energy as a secondary. Also, let's go ahead and set these fleets up to have even more ships, because we need even more. I tell you guys to basically get yourselves 10 offensive squadrons each. And actually, even the defensive fleets are going to get 10. The game will, you know, just kind of build those out as it feels like it. Up, damn it. Yeah, game's gonna keep reminding me that biochemistry doesn't have anything queued up. Of course it has nothing queued up. There's nothing else to research there. Not even a repeatable tech. No, stop asking. I don't know, support the economists this time. I really don't care. Compensate the unjustly punished. Arrest them. I'm happy with how you've been doing, Admiral. What is this about science here? We sealed a rift. Wonderful. There we go. We are at 5 out of 10 achievements required to actually finish this. And, you know, maybe if our guys were a bit faster on actually conquering planets, might be even further along, but that's not going to be the case here. Another new era. Oh, for a second there, I thought we had finally started attacking the Corans, but nope, that's not the case. Which fleet is this? This is the 9th Fleet. 9th Fleet, you are not going to be under your own control anymore, because I need you guys to deal with these. Prevent them from being able to retake these planets that they're attempting to retake. And you know what? 2nd Fleet, you're going under direct control as well, actually. I do wish the game would actually split the fleets up a little bit better under automatic, because it doesn't really seem to do that. You know, there's not much of a difference between having different squadrons if a fleet that's going to attack only ever moves as one giant force. You know, it's running into an old Stellaris issue of, you know, the Doom stacks. You know, just having all your fleets follow each other. Because there was just no reason not to do that. What are you trying to do? Our scientists have a plan to create a big and ugly machinery, or to build a certain big and ugly machinery on Terra to observe the rifts, but oh, it's so ugly, my liege. Our beautiful Terra should not hold such a construction. I told them that they should build it on some distant planet, but they used their technical mumbo-jumbo to claim it's impossible. I'll allow it. Punish them. Oh god, Jesus. You know, just dealing with these same events of, you know, corrupt governor on trial. Just get rid of all of them. Screw it. Give me your satellite network. Review governors. Just always review the governors. And I'm pleased with your service, buddy. Where is it? Game. There we go. Couldn't exactly see it. Damn it. It flew right past me. trying to destroy their fleets, but running into another issue that was, you know, something Stellaris had to deal with back in the day, and actually, to an extent, still kind of does, is that just you end up chasing after fleets. Just going in circles and circles. Split you guys up. I do wish there was a nice, pretty little, you know, like split in half button. That would be a wonderful thing to include. But there we go. That now you guys can link up. So here's another. So any battle group above 500 tonnage total receives an insanely high penalty in combat. So game, why don't you only move fleets in, you know, or set up squadrons basically into squadrons of about 500 tonnage each, and then just kind of move them as separate fleets. Maybe it's just me, but that seems like the obvious thing to do. So there we go. Technically under 300 also has a penalty. It's just not as bad. Interrogate the courtier. Stop asking about that stuff, guys. Don't care. Give me tech. Pay the fine. Give me truce. Don't care. Praise the ambassador. Get rid of corrupt governors. And you've been doing a good job, buddy. Yeah, so technically you're supposed to be able to sort of do this without needing to micromanage your fleets. Yeah, turns out still kind of gotta micromanage your fleets. Because the game doesn't exactly split them up. Okay, construction finished. Just research that stuff in sort of the normal order. Jesus Christ. There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, the game finally actually sent a fleet down here to, you know, start conquering those guys. Go in and conquer their capital. Why not? I have... You say I lost a planet, but where? Oh! Well, shit. We're retaking that. Wonderful. We can leave Echor alone because it is a suppressed planet for these guys. Audience. Kill me now. Punish them. Patent should go to researchers. Fix it properly. Give me tech. Tell everybody how great I am. Ignore. You're doing a great job, buddy. Oh, Jesus, I don't think we got enough people there, game. Okay. Where do I want to send you now? Well, I suppose I can actually split you guys up into a couple groups. Yeah. You guys aren't exactly large squadrons, at least, you know, not as large as I would like. Energy is done. I'm just going to tell you to... Same thing I told construction to do, just sort of research everything in order. Because at this point it doesn't really matter. Oh shit, you guys lost, well, basically your entire fleet on that attack. It was a little surprising. Yeah, I need to micro these guys more than I would like. just because of the way the game works. It doesn't exactly split, as mentioned, it doesn't exactly split fleets up. You know, it's got the concept of squadrons, but the squadrons always move together, at least when it comes to an offensive fleet. In a defensive fleet, they do actually spread out along their borders. But in an offensive fleet, they always move as one unit, which is just stupid in my opinion. Because there is apparently a major penalty you suffer if you're over 500 tonnage. And I don't know if the sequel maybe fixes that. You know, maybe it working that way is a limitation of the engine used here on the first game, and you know, maybe the sequel, which is currently in early access on Steam, doesn't have the issue. I don't know. I don't own the sequel, and like I said at the start of this, I'll probably end up picking it up at some point in the future. Especially if it fixes that issue, because that's about my only real gripe. I would also really like a nice, pretty little, you know, split in half button here, because God, is it a pain to do this. Ah, of course, bloody traitors. Just get rid of anybody with 6 or less loyalty, screw it. Try to deal with corruption. I really don't need the rebels rebelling anytime soon if we can avoid it. Okay, you're slowly making your way through down there, guys. Great job. Could probably do it a little bit faster, but you're technically doing the job, so it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys merge together again. And you're gonna hold there. Another new era. You finished, wonderful. You're gonna stay there. You're gonna push out. You're gonna push out. You're gonna stay. You're gonna push. Both of those planets they can attack from. Same with those. We have 300 prestige. Wonderful. We are at 6 out of 10. I kind of would like to have, you know, got to the 10 out of 10 before this stream was over, but we're actually over how long I normally do these, so yeah, we'll be wrapping this up in a little bit, I think. It's not a bad game, but I'm hopeful that the sequel that is, again, currently in development is, you know, a little bit better, you know, fixes some of the minor things. Offensive fleets moving as a single unit, even though there's a penalty for having more than 500 tonnage. You know, that'd be great. No. Okay, game. There we go. The game was claiming that there was still one more battle somewhere, but you know, I didn't see it until I closed out and reopened. And then voila, there it is, as if it was always there. You backtrack, you push, you push, you push. Let's get more squadrons, or not. Because, yeah, actually, I only really do that with the automated ones when it comes to doing it like this. And we have another audience. Wait for the information. Stop asking. Bloody traitors. I don't care at this point. I'll take a truce. Review the governors. Shah monarchy. Shah monarchy. Get rid of particularly disloyal officers, although I don't think we really have very many of those. It's not actually the people I wanted to send their game. I suppose technically you don't actually have to stay when you're attacking. Like, once you've dealt with the orbital forces, you can just sort of move on, technically speaking. Well, I guess so long as the ground invasion has begun, I think you can. Your issue is when, you know, the invasion hasn't actually begun. There we go. Find a way around it. Compensate the unjustly punished. Get rid of disloyal governors. You've done a great job for me, buddy. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up right here. So we are at 7 out of 10. Realistically, I figure it's probably going to be like another hour before I'd actually get the last 3, and then I would need to hold that for 15 turns. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I'll probably finish this on my own time just to sort of see what the ending's like. As a reminder, as I mentioned at the very start of this, of the stream rather, this is not a game that I purchased. This is a game I was sent a key for sometime, I believe it was in 2021. But I just sort of, forgot about it, is really probably the best way to do it. I got distracted with other stuff or whatever the case may have been. And I just sort of never got around to making a video or potentially doing a series on it. So yeah, and since I, was busy this week, as I mentioned on my Discord, I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do a test run of CK3, or well, rather for the CK3 series. As far as I know, I shouldn't have any issues next week with doing those, so next week I will likely do a test run or two, depending on exactly how long I decide to have those test runs be. And next Friday, again, is the plan at least, I should be able to actually start up that new CK3 series that had been mentioned for like the past month or something like that. So yeah, I will see you all next week, hopefully with Crusader Kings 3, because I don't really have anything else to do one-offs with. And so yeah, I'll see you all then. Until then, goodbye and farewell.